In 3, 2, 1. Hello folks, welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck. My name is Adam Arduna. This is my mom, Gina.
He is the journalist.
And she's the enthusiast.
And I'm enthusiastic today.
I'm also enthusiastic because this is one of our favorite segments of our entire show. This is our Boneheads segment, and we're really excited because we've got some kind of new ones that we're actually going to talk about today, which we've kind of talked about some other guys in the past that have been continued to put themselves in the bonehead category, but today we've got some new ones that we want to talk about. And so our top 3, we've only got 3 today, which is pretty good. That's not bad.
Plenty.
We've had worse. We've had it with 5 or 6
4
people.
Or 5
yeah.
Or 6,
so
yeah.
Today we've only got 3, which is good. So we're going to talk about Ryan Lochte, of course. I'm sure everyone's heard about his stuff. We've got the USOC, which is very, interesting on why we're bringing them up. And then we've got our favorite Usain Bolt. So that's what we're going to start with today. I know you're very enthusiastic and intrigued to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and let you just take over for a second and let you go ahead and get started on these 3 boneheads, if you will, on what we've got.
Well, let's just take them one at a time.
All right.
We'll start with Ryan Lochte.
Okay.
At this point, anybody who's watching us has already heard he came out and told this lie, had us lying.
Everybody.
We came out here and did the Olympic thing.
Right.
We were mad. We bashed poor Rio.
Yes.
I'm going to give myself a little bonehead because I owe Rio a little apology. I believed Ryan Lochte like everyone else.
We all did, yeah.
So clearly he's a liar. Clearly he's completely irresponsible with his words. And the boneheaded part about it is like, look, Ryan, Rio had enough problems.
Correct.
Everything that everyone said about them, the Olympic Village wasn't done, people didn't have toilets, the water was green, you had Zika, you had bodies
sewage,
in the
everything. Yeah.
They didn't need your help.
Right.
Looking bad. So, you know what? You've gotten punished. You've lost millions of dollars in sponsorships. We all know you are a bonehead now.
Bonehead.
But you kind of made the rest of us look foolish.
You
got
made
Matt
everybody
Lauer
look foolish.
with his mouth hanging
Oh
open.
my goodness, everybody was just concerned about his well-being because Rio is an underdeveloped country. There is a lot of crime and a lot of bad things going on down there, so it's not that far-fetched to say, hey, I got robbed at gunpoint, which had already happened to one of the Chinese Olympians.
One of the Chinese athletes right before the Olympics started.
Exactly.
And checked in the village, came out and got robbed. An Australian athlete got thrown up on.
Right.
I mean,
so
there were problems.
those types of things were actually going on. So it wasn't that far-fetched to be like, oh my gosh, he actually did. But it turns out it was
He was lying.
It was just all hoax.
It was lying.
It was a lie.
And even when you tried to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, it's like you just made that up.
No ownership of it all. So yeah, he's number 1 bonehead for sure.
Number 1.
Okay.
Well, he's on the list. We get to rank him at the end.
All right.
Remember?
Well, if for me, I might put him right there. But okay, yeah.
Number 2, USOC. Here's my issue with the USOC.
Okay, please explain this, why we actually have them on the list for one.
My girl.
Because it's not just one per, it's an organization.
The organization, the United States Olympic Committee, they handle, I think, Ryan Lochte pretty well. They've censored him. They're still debating on what they're going to do with everybody. But they have suspended Hope Solo from being a part of the United States Olympic women's soccer team for 6 months over this. Her saying at the end of their loss to Sweden that she felt like they played like cowards. Not U.S., but that her opponent played like cowards.
The Swedish team.
The Swedish team played like cowards. Why in the world, help me understand how you're going to suspend Hope Solo for 6 months over, first of all, saying something that was correct. They did play like cowards. They got up 1-0, and instead of trying to play aggressive, even trying to score again, they just played, this pity-pat ball that we all hate to watch in soccer. And America lucked up on a score. But number 2, Hope Solo is the goalie. She's standing out there by herself when it came down to penalty
Probably the toughest position on the soccer field, if you will.
It's like being the punt returner in football. You're the goalie.
That's a good way to put it.
You're the goalie. So we're trying to win on penalty kicks. There was only 1 penalty kick that was blocked from either team, and Hope Solo blocked it. The reason we lost is because 2 of our women missed. Hope Solo actually did her job. She actually blocked one of the Swedes. But then they lost. And she was caught up in the moment. She was very passionate about her playing ability because she felt like she knows that she's one of the best. And she felt like Team USA, which has always been ranked number 1, they won the World Cup. They know what they're capable of doing. Even without Abby Wambach, they're still one of the best, if not the best team in the world. And they felt like Sweden, it wasn't just her that felt that way. She was just the one that spoke out about it.
But the way that Sweden played after they scored that first goal was very on the defensive side. They were basically just passing the ball back and forth to each other, and she was very upset about the fact that they didn't play well.
Trying to run out a 96-minute clock.
Yes.
It's like, come on, Sweden. But here's the thing. It was Hope Solo.
Right.
She actually saved a goal. She's out there, the last resort for us to win a medal, and she falls short. So then she says how she actually feels, which I agree with. And instead of giving her a fine or a censure or you're suspended for 30 days, you can't be with the team for a few weeks, here you pay some money, they suspend her for 6 months. The USOC is the bonehead for me on this.
Instead of supporting her, and even if you don't completely support her, 6 months? That's I mean, come on.
That's outrageous.
Especially after just losing like something like that. I mean, come on, guys. No way.
And listen, real quick, people are going to say, well, Hope Solo has gotten away with lots and lots. This was a culmination.
She's been in the news.
I don't believe in that either. If I'm going to get punished, you punish me for what I just did. If you haven't punished me for other stuff, that's on you.
Right.
No way Hope Solo should be out for 6 months over speaking the truth after she was out there in that goal by herself trying to save us. Shame on you, USOC.
Bonehead. Well, then this last one.
I'll let you go ahead and introduce this one.
Well, as we already
on my
said it before, we're going to go ahead with our favorite athlete, Usain Bolt, and he is definitely a bonehead on this one. Go ahead and let the people know why he's on the bonehead list.
Usain. I don't even know where to begin, but let me just get to the hot and heavy. Usain Bolt has a beautiful girlfriend that he's been with several years. She's a beautiful woman.
Beautiful, yes.
I'm not that kind of hater. She's a beautiful woman.
Right.
Well, he wins in Rio, cheating, in my opinion, and goes to celebrate his cheating wins by going to the club and then cheating on his girlfriend. Well, here's the thing.
So double cheating, is that what you're saying?
Double cheating.
Oh.
Double cheating. And here's the thing. He wasn't even smart about it. He went and found a girl who then went and gave an interview and told all his business. Her name is JD Duarte. And she gave an interview with explicit details right down to the anatomy.
Oh.
The anatomy.
That's not good.
And let's just say this.
Oh, no.
She was expecting, because he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Right.
She was expecting a certain anatomy to be more like, how do I say, like a cucumber. But in her description, it was more like a carrot. And she was a little disappointed in that.
No comment there, all right?
And she goes on to tell everybody that it took forever and did it again, which is another reason why I think he was PEDs and cheating, because he was in there 40 minutes, took a break, and came back after it. And then in the morning, called the cab, handed her some money, and sent her off.
Said, deuces, we'll see you later.
Cabs are here. Wait a minute, because let's just say after he left Rio, left this woman to tell her whole business. She's 20 and has a couple of kids already, by the way. Let's start with that.
A little bit.
He hit to London and is photographed with a whole bunch of other women.
Ooh.
Usain. You made my day.
Wow. That's,
you made my day.
Ooh, no subtlety there, huh?
Yeah, cheater on the track. Yeah, cheater in life.
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Everything. I mean.
And you're going to get caught just like you got caught doing this.
Right.
But this just made my whole week. You get the bonehead.
Yeah, that's why you're on the list. All right, well, go ahead and rank. We only got 3. We only have 3. So what do you want to start us off with the rankings? Or you want me to go first?
You can go, because we already know what mine is.
All right, well, I mean, after that, it's hard to not put him at number 1. But I still feel like just, as we're wearing our American shirts.
Yes, we're wrapping up the Olympics.
You have to kind of still, it was such a big ordeal with Ryan Lochte. It's really frustrating because this isn't a 19-year-old kid.
Right.
You know, this is not someone
not his first Olympics.
This is not his first Olympics. He's a professional. And the fact that he fabricated such a story and made it so public, I have to put him at number 1. We're representing USA. You're representing USA. That's not the way you conduct yourself. So just on the principles alone, I feel like that still has to be number 1.
He's your top bonehead.
You're number 1 in that regard. Then I definitely have to put Usain Bolt as number 2, even though I definitely think he could be the number 1 list, on top of the list. But then I'm going to go USOC after that. That's just too harsh of a punishment for those type of words when it wasn't that bad. It was just her expressing how she felt in that moment and at that time. So that's my 3.
You know, every time we do this, you almost sway my opinion. I agree, because here's the other thing. Brazil's trying to extradite Ryan Lochte back and face charges now. Right. I don't agree with that.
That's not fair either.
He's American. He's home.
Exactly.
Y'all need to get over it. He's been excoriated. You got to move on.
Yeah.
I am going to give my number 1 and always to Usain Bolt. I agree with you. Ryan Lochte is probably the bigger story, but Usain Bolt is cheating, and a cheater is a cheater is a cheater. And when you're that arrogant, he was even taking selfies with the girl.
In bed.
So that tells you how arrogant this guy is.
Yeah.
So he's my number 1 bonehead.
Okay. Hey,
number 2, I got to go with Ryan Lochte, because my goodness, dude, was it worth it?
What were you thinking?
Trying to tell this bravado story, was it worth it?
No.
And then 3 is USOC, because I hate to be overly critical of him, but I got to stand with my girl Hope Solo. You guys overreach. You need to walk it back.
And she's sort of an easy target as well.
She's an easy target, but she's also a beast.
She is a beast.
She's out there. I will never forget the look in her eyes when she's out there on her own, being the last, literally the last defense against us getting booted, and she still was the only person who blocked a kick.
Right.
She blocked one from Sweden. The reason we lost is 2 of our ladies missed.
And I think they may have blocked 1, but it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Yeah,
she
exactly.
Still did her job.
She did what she was exactly supposed to do.
Correct.
So,
we got a breeze. Thank you.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
right?
it is a little warm out here.
We got a breeze.
Little breeze to kind of help cool us off. So okay, that's great. Yeah, we love Boneheads because it's just kind of humanizing people as we talk about these sports figures and these athletes. And we're also boneheads, but it's funny and it's also kind of controversial because of the things that they've been doing. But it's just how we like to do it. So with that, folks, we want to say thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time. We've got a lot more coming up, and just continue to stay tuned. Thanks for watching, folks.